So I will officially start with my introduction to the program, Sacred Journeys. We are going to be doing a guided meditation to connect with our departed loved ones. And so my name is Leigh-Ann Larson. I am a therapist, a grief educator, a spirit medium, and a lot of the work that I do with my clients that are in the midst of grief really is about helping them make meaning out of life on the other side of the loss of their person. Or sometimes it might not be their like person, but people in their lives, as we get older, we lose more and more people. And oftentimes that we start questioning meaning of life and death and what's it all about. And so I like to think that I help people understand what it means to be human, and by doing that, instill some hope. I like to talk a lot about signs, symbols, after death communication. I actually have a retreat coming up in November where I have an astrologer friend and medium who's joining me to help people use astrology to understand and make new meaning out of their relationships with their loved ones on the other side of life. There's lots of ways to make meaning, but I do believe that's an important part of our work, both in the healing world and also just as humans, to really decide for ourselves our philosophy, our belief system, so that we can live peacefully and with some level of contentment in a world that can often be challenging, disappointing, right? We all know that there's suffering and heartbreak, and what do we do with that? So my work really has a lot to do what we do with that. I truly believe that science has helped us a lot understand that, the phrase used to be, I'm a spiritual being. Well, I actually prefer I'm an energetic being. We are all energetic beings. And yes, we can have spiritual practices, we can have spiritual beliefs, but at the end of the day, we don't need spiritual practices or spiritual beliefs to understand that we are made of energy, frequency, vibration, and that exists into eternity. And when we learn of this and we start making meaning around, okay, so if my loved one is no longer embodied, yet they still exist as an energy and a frequency and a vibration, and I am living my eternal life right now. Right now, I am the person I'm going to be on the other side of death because I still will hold that energy and that frequency and that vibration. Perhaps there's a place for me to meet that energy of my loved one with my energy. And this is really what today is all about, to get tapped into our energy, our frequency, our vibration. I like to call it the higher self, the soul, your Holy Spirit. That energy in a relaxed body, which we're going to do with meditation. We're going to do a nice body scan meditation to relax. And then I'm going to take you on a guided journey to a peaceful place that you are going to decipher for yourself. And in that space, connect with the energy, the memory, the presence of a departed loved one. And the first time I did this meditation, I did it under the direction of one of my very first teachers of mediumship. And I went in with no expectations. I didn't know who was going to pop in. I've got a gazillion folks on the other side of life. I'm probably the easiest person to read, um, because there's so many. You're going to find someone, and and it was my mom. And it was very healing and it was very helpful. And I said, wow, there is so much value in this particular meditation. So I would say, try to have an open mind and an open experience. A lot of folks do, if you go for a reading or whatnot, oftentimes there's an acute loss, there's something very strong up for you that you want addressed. But if you can just stay open hearted to the situation, I've done healing modalities where I actually had a beautiful healing experience, and it wasn't necessarily for mediumship or having an experience with departed loved ones, but three of my mother's closest girlfriends came in, and we had this like little picnic by the river, and they had lessons to teach me their wisdom to depart. It was wonderful, completely unexpected, and such a gift. They were a gift in life, very strong, independent woman in a time where sometimes women weren't as strong and independent. And they really were a positive influence on my life then. And then in this particular healing session that I participated in, they were also incredibly helpful. So, my encouragement to you is just to be open to receive. The next encouragement would be every person experiences meditation differently. So some people, they have no issues at all. They can just get right into it. They're completely relaxed. Their mind is quiet. Perhaps they're a visual person. And when I give visual cues, they have no issues with conjuring up visual visions. Other people don't, they don't have the vision, but they have the sensing. They have the knowing. Or somatic, if you're an empath or you have any shamanic roots, you may sense things in your body. So be open to your experience, however it comes to you, and know you cannot do it wrong. You're here. You have shown up for yourself. Your people knew you were coming the day you signed up for this meditation. So you will experience presence. Trust that and trust yourself. That's the most important piece to this. The more we practice meditation, the more readily you connect with those neural pathways that bring you into that peace, that bring you into a theta state, which is a brainwave that we're seeking when we do these. So I would encourage you to pick up a daily, even if it's a 5 minute breath work meditation or insight timer or calm, anything like that, to help you get used to slipping into that space, even just for a brief moment. It makes a big difference. Hello, Amy. Nice to see you. Hi, Tanya. Okay, so I will just say this again. If you have kittens running around, if you have a dog that's going to bark and scare you, if you can place our four-legged friends outside of the room if you think that'll be a problem. Also, silence your phones because those will make you jump too. And please feel comfortable to shut off your camera so that you can go into your own space and make sure that you're muted. And sometimes we get chilly when we're doing meditation as the body temperature drops. So you may want a blanket, use props, pillows. This should be a relaxation meditation. So we don't want to be sitting in the lotus position if we are not used to sitting in the lotus position. A chair, a couch, the floor, whatever is comfortable for you, prop yourself up well. I know Monday night, I lead a light workers meditation, love it so much. 2 weeks ago, I was having neck problems. I decided to lay down while I was channeling, and it's been really quite good. But the first week I did it, my shoulders were a nightmare when I got off the floor. So this past week I had a pillow at my head and one at each shoulder blade, and it was fabulous with a bolster under the knee. So if you're looking for suggestions, if you're laying on the floor, I recommend 3 pillows and then something under the knees for a really comfortable experience, because that's what we want right now. We want a comfortable experience. I will do my best to leave time so that anyone who would like to come on and process are welcome to do that. This is being recorded. However, when we edit the meditation, we will make sure that personal conversation after the meditation takes place will not be, we will edit that out so that does not go out for public consumption. Okay, so everyone go ahead and get comfortable in your seats and you can shut your cameras off. You can make sure you're on mute. Fabulous. Wonderful. So just take a few moments to really get comfortable. Get in a position where you know that you're going to release any pain or tension that you're holding in your body, where you feel safe and supported. And know that we are all here. We are all here to gather around each other energetically, support each other, to journey together to this beautiful space where our ancestors and friends, loved ones who are on the other side of life are ready to meet us, are ready to give and receive and exchange that beautiful energy of love, life force. If at any time you're uncomfortable, feel free to open your eyes. If you do get the wiggles, go ahead and just move that body part and then reposition yourself to get comfortable. Okay. So let's first slow down our breath, which is going to help us regulate the nervous system. So breathe in through the nose for the count of 4. And now hold that breath and exhale on 6. Sorry about that. Breathe in on 4 and hold and exhale. Breathe in on 4 and hold and exhale. And as you allow yourself to continue to breathe normally and naturally in a regulated way, breathing in a way all the way to the belly that doesn't feel forced, just allow yourself to focus on the sound of my voice. And perhaps there are sounds in your room, maybe the ticking of a clock, or outside of your window, the birds perhaps are singing, cars are going by. Allow all of these sounds to become the fabric of the container that holds you, the cocoon of energy that soothes you into a place of being completely present in the here and now. In this moment, release all of the things that have come before and allow yourself to release all expectations or anxieties that are surrounding the ideas of what is to come. Know that the only thing that matters right now in this moment is your heartbeat and your breath working together with the sound of my voice to help you relax, to help you show up for yourself in a kind and tender, compassionate space. Allow yourself now to envision the sun, a beautiful ball of yellow light. It is warming, it is healing, and it is coming closer to you in the sense that you can feel this warm light at the top of your head. Just imagine there's a ball of yellow light and it's healing and it's warm and it's inviting, touching the top of your head. And remember that sensation of when you're outside in the sun and you touch the top of your head and it's warm. Envision that warmth touching your scalp and moving all the way down into the follicles of your hair from root to tip. And just feel that warm release, much like a heating pad or an electric blanket can release tension from your muscles. Allow this light to just release any tension, whether it's physical or energetic, emotional or mental, or perhaps spiritual tension. Just allow this yellow, warming light to release anything that you are holding that prevents you from being here and now in this moment. And as you continue to breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth, allow this light to pass over your brow, your eyebrow, your third eye, your eyelashes and eyelids, your eye sockets. Just allow this beautiful light to slowly edge its way down into your cheekbones and your nose, your jaw and your lips and your teeth and your tongue. Just imagine it caressing your ears and the back of your skull and the back of your neck and around to the front of your throat. And just sigh it out. And just envision that light just filling the entirety of your skull and your throat. And it feels so heavy. Allow your head to feel heavy and supported on your pillow. Allow that neck to feel loose and released. And move this light from your throat to your shoulders and from your shoulders to your shoulder blades. You know, your wing chakras. And just allow the heaviness that you've been holding, the burdens and the tension, just allow it to be melted away by this beautiful ball of healing yellow light. And allow this light to move toward your heart chakra, your heart space where you have compassion for self and others and life. And just imagine this yellow ball of light as you breathe in and exhale. Exhale and expand it to the front of your shoulders. And feel that opening. Feel that light moving from your shoulders to your elbows. And from your elbows down to your wrists. And from your wrists into the palms of your hands. Into each and every little finger and the spaces in between. Allow yourself to hold two yellow balls of healing light in the palms of your hand. And as you breathe, you may choose to bring that light back to your heart by moving your hands to your heart, or you can visualize that ball of light at your heart. And as you allow yourself to continue to breathe, imagine that light goes from your heart to your spine, all the way down from the top of your spine, breathing it all the way down to your tailbone. And breathe that light back up and into your heart. And now allow your rib cage to just be lit up in this beautiful healing light. And oh, just feel the tension between your ribs, the muscles in your ribs releasing. And think about all of the organs and the soft tissue, the digestive system, your GI tract, and your stomach, and your spleen and gallbladder, your kidneys, your thyroid, all of your organs, all of the soft tissues, your systems, your pulmonary system, endocrine system, cardiac system, all experiencing healing and restoration and relaxation as you allow yourself to be supported by this beautiful yellow light, soothing every organ, every connective tissue, all of your systems. And allow this light to move into your reproductive system and to your pelvis and down from your hips to the thighs, down the thighs to your knees. Feel that heaviness. Allow the heaviness to enter your legs and move that light from your knees down your shins. That feels fabulous, right? That heaviness in your body that's just melting, being supported by the floor or the chair beneath you. And move that light into the tops of the feet and into the toes, each one, and the spaces in between. And allow that light to come over the balls of your feet and the arches and the heels, right and left, and up the calves and the back of the knees and the back of the thighs, all the way up, all the way up. And allow yourself now to imagine that you're breathing into the top of the head and you see a little white rosebud. And just breathe into that little white rosebud. And when you exhale, imagine it blooms. And now at your brow, you're breathing in a little tiny purple rosebud. Breathe it in and allow it to bloom on your exhale. And now at your throat, you're breathing in a little tiny blue rosebud. And exhale and bloom that beautiful blue rose. And at your heart, breathe in a little tiny green rosebud. And on your exhale, allow it to bloom. And just above your belly button, breathe in a little yellow rosebud. And on your exhale, allow that to bloom. And under your belly button, an orange rosebud. And on your exhale, allow that to bloom. And now at your coccyx, breathe in a red rosebud. Now we're going to be a little tricky here. What we're going to do is we're going to exhale, and we're going to exhale a little red rosebud and bloom it at the bottom of your feet. So breathe out and allow yourselves to keep your cameras off. And imagine the light moving from the bottom of your feet all the way down to the center of the earth, all the way down, deeper and deeper, down to the core of the earth. And imagine that that exhale connects you with your earth star, grounding you in your humanity. And so I like to visualize a pink heart rose quartz. You may visualize something else as your anchor, and that's okay. Pick a crystal or a rock or a word, whatever you want. And just imagine you have tree roots from the bottom of your feet wrapping around and around and around that anchor. And now breathe that light up from the anchor all the way back up into your body. So breathe in And exhale into your body, all the way up through the top of your head, and it's going to go past the ceiling and the rooftop and the treetops and the clouds, and allow yourself to connect with your soul star. And so now you are allowing yourself to be held between heaven and earth. And allow yourself to feel your energy. Breathe in. And when you exhale, imagine you're expanding 360 degrees north, south, east, and west in all directions. This is the sensation of your higher self. This is the sensation of your energy body. And this is you ready to journey. And so now allow yourself to imagine that you are outside in a meadow. Look around, look at the sky. Perhaps you see different types of trees or flowers, foliage, animals, and nature. You also see a pathway. Allow yourself to start walking. Start walking on that pathway and continue to notice and enjoy, appreciate the sun, the breeze, the trees, the flowers, the ferns, the fairies, whatever it is you happen upon. Allow yourself to walk and enjoy and hold gratitude in your heart. And also allow yourself to hear in the distance, water. Water is running by, a fall, a waterfall, or a river, a pool of water, something, and you're attracted to that. So allow yourself to go to the water and notice as you get there that there's a beautiful, wonderful spot for you to sit down. It's inviting and comfortable. And allow yourself to take a seat. And just breathe in and take a look around. See the water, see how it moves. Enjoy the foliage, enjoy the temperate weather. Whatever your experience is in this space, allow yourself to experience gratitude and peace. And also make a decision for yourself. There's room for more people where you're seated. Allow yourself the gift of visiting with a departed loved one. And so, as you agree that this is a nice time for a visit and you're open for a visit, allow yourself to experience presence, presence of your departed loved one. And if you cannot see them clearly, that's okay. Let them know, hey, can you come closer? Or could you transmit a thought to me? Who are you? Who's with me? Thank you so much. And allow yourself to feel loved and held. And also ask your loved one, I'm so glad you came. Can you tell me, was there a message you bring to me today? Was there something that you wanted to say to me today? What brought you here? And as you continue to breathe, you'll get images and words. You may have full conversation. Just allow. Just allow. Perhaps you would like to share a favorite memory, or perhaps you have a question. It's okay to ask. This is the conversation. So you can ask your loved one what you have on your mind. And you may laugh or cry. You may just be still in their presence. Enjoy the experience of this energy. I personally am experiencing a rainbow in the sky, the presence of love and connection. And there is an exchange of gifts. So perhaps your loved one has a gift for you. Allow yourself to receive that gift. Perhaps you would have a gift for your loved one, equally wonderful. At this time, I would like you to talk to your person about the signs that they give you when they're around. Acknowledge the signs that you've noticed. And if you would like a new sign or a different way to receive signs, you can make that request now. And if you are considering any kind of healing for yourself, maybe Reiki or acupuncture, or you're thinking about taking classes in intuitive development as a healer, you could ask for guidance. What would help me to connect more easily to you and other loved ones who are in spirit? And just trust the response. Allow yourself to, from head to toe, be washed in light, any color, whatever color serves you. This light is from the heart of your loved one to you. And it's symbolic, and we can discuss that, or you can look that up, what those colors mean. And I would like to also acknowledge in this space with us today are the angels. The angelic realm is here holding space with us. And so we thank them. Always here for us. We all have our protector, our guardian angel. We also have many other angels that are available to us, and they're here holding space, accompanying your loved ones on their journey to us to make sure that we all were able to meet here in this sacred, beautiful, and healing space. And I also sense that the angels would like us to know that today everybody did receive a healing. And if everyone can just scan their energy body and look in the upper right-hand corner, just slightly above their heads to the right, you'll see a little gemstone. Everyone received one. And that's just in your energy body. That was very sweet of them to do for us. And that is to help us remember that we can always just reach out. And if we just imagine that little gemstone and we touch that gemstone, we can connect with our loved ones readily and easily. There's been a healing for us to remove any blocks that prevent us from easily and freely being able to connect. That's very wonderful. Thank you so much. That is an unexpected gift for all of us. I wasn't planning on that. And I appreciate that our angels, they're here for us. They love us and support us and want to help us as we really live into what it means to be human. And as they help us in our own grief and loss and life process. And it is challenging, but at this time we must say goodbye. We must say goodbye to that beautiful presence that we're experiencing of our loved ones. I'm sure some of you have a crowd with you. I know I do. And so we thank them and we tell them we love them. And we are going to work toward connecting more consciously in the future. And we thank the angelic realm for our token reminder and connection point, really, for the future. Beautiful. And so now we must get up from our seated position near the water. And we're going to walk back the path back, and we're going to take steps. And with each step, I'm going to count. And I'm going to count you with each step closer to coming back into the space you're seated in right now. 10, 9, 8, 7. You may want to wiggle your toes and your fingers. 6, 5. You may want to release some of the wiggle that you have. 4, 3. Just come into a recognition of the chair you're sitting on, or the floor, or the couch. Take a nice deep breath. 2 and 1.